Hi friends, I'm Maor and thank you for watching my channel. So, how does one do a coffee enema in the right way? What is a coffee enema? And is it even good for you? Now, after the really successful hit of my previous enema or saltwater flush video, a lot of people asked specifically about this. And you might be surprised by what I'm about to tell you. Before we talk about coffee enemas, let me first explain what an enema is and why so many people are choosing to do one these days. An enema is this little thing. You can buy the single-time used enemas, and this is a multi-purpose one. You just fill up the whole thing with water. In this case, we're talking about water that is with coffee, warm water. And this little thing goes up your bum. This is always embarrassing to talk about. And I can also tell you that in one of my retreats in Australia, I had to buy 30 of these. And you can imagine how fun it was to come to the pharmacist and tell him I'm looking for 30 enemas. What is an enema? An enema is a way to cleanse the last part of your digestive system. In other words, our digestive system is made to absorb, okay? You already understand this because all the nourishment or all the nutrients from the physical nourishment that people get are actually absorbed all the way in the 9 meters of the bigger system, and we have a little more meters or yards, if you want to call it, the rest of it. The colon is the last part. Now, the colon is a part of the digestive system. In other words, it continues to absorb as much as it can. So the thing is that today, most of us don't really eat healthy. And what happens is that we have all these toxins and a lot of shit still sitting down there, and the body continues to absorb it. In other words, the enema, we use the enema to clean out that last part, the colon. Now, enemas were even used in ancient times by the Egyptians themselves. And I know it sounds completely strange for people who are really new to this. Many of you might think that enemas are not good because they are not really natural. It would seem like this is something that the body should actually be able to take care of by itself. The thing is, in modern society, we don't really eat natural diets anymore. Our food are filled with artificial ingredients, sticky fillers, and just plain bizarre things. A lot of sugar, a lot of salt, a lot of bad things for us, gluten, a lot of things that we've changed over the last 200 years. Now, over time, our colons get so clogged up that eventually they create disease. Our colon affects our entire body, and if our entire digestive system isn't healthy, we aren't healthy, and therefore disease. A coffee enema is basically the same thing as a regular one, except instead of using warm water, we're actually going to use coffee instead. Why coffee? Because there are compounds inside the coffee which spark production of a strong cleansing compound in the body, and especially in the liver. Here are the main reasons that most people reported on the advantages of doing this type of enema, which is a coffee enema. It helps to relieve constipation, it cleans out the colon and eases bloating, it improves mood and increases energy levels, it flushes heavy metals, it flushes candida and other parasites, it improves detoxification, it reduces inflammation, it helps repair the liver, and it helps fight cancer. Now, I've been there in the skeptical part, and it really doesn't seem like a natural thing to really stick a tube up your bum and fill yourself up with water or with coffee from the back end. And I get it, it's totally weird in the beginning, it seems even gross, but I've done some self-experimentation and I can tell you enemas are amazing. I personally feel incredible after an enema. There are many different testimonials for people that want to get rid of different acne, skin diseases. You have to understand the body will want to get rid of the toxins in any way, so it goes out through the skin. Or just people who want a shortcut for a deeper and shorter cleanse. So, it's really not just about me. A lot of research has been done on different enemas. Coffee enemas are used by holistic physicians for all sorts of conditions, including first stages of cancer. Lots of people find them really useful with constipation, fatigue, and liver detoxification concerns. Until this day, coffee enemas are frequently used for natural cancer protocols such as the Gerson therapy. Coffee enemas were actually outlined as a treatment in one of the known books called the Merck Manual, a very thick book that physicians used to use as a primary reference for decades until about the 1970s. So this is like an ancient remedy that is being rediscovered again. Coffee enemas can be done at home inexpensively. You just need a very comfortable spot on the floor or in your bathroom or in your bathtub. And as the coffee is retained in your bowl, the fluid actually goes through your intestinal wall and into your liver. And that's where the action happens. So, to do a coffee enema is really simple. All you need is the simple enema kit, which you can buy at Amazon, starting from $10 to about $30. It's really quite simple. It goes up one end and you have to just put it above. In other words, you have to put it in a place that is a little bit higher. Here's a few practical tips that I'm going to give you about doing your own coffee enemas. First, make sure that the coffee that you're going to use is an organic coffee. Don't take the shit, okay? This is really a shitty conversation or a shitty video. Now, use clean water to make your coffee. In other words, distilled or natural water, maybe reverse osmosis as well. Room temperature is fine. You don't want to get it too hot or too cold. It might hurt you on the way in. I would try different positions while you're doing it. Sometimes it's really, in the first times, it's really difficult. Try to hold it in as much as you can. First timers, it's going to be about a minute or 2 minutes that you're going to hold it in before the body just tells you, let it go. After that, you're probably going to be able to hold it in a little bit more than that. What I usually do, and this one is about a 2-liter one, is to fill it up all the way. And then first, because it's been a long time since you did it, maybe all of your life, first time I would just allow a little bit of water to go in. And then rinse it out a little bit. You know, you can jump around, you can press, you can move your digestive system, you can move to the left and move to the right and just sit there. I usually listen to a channeling session or to some music, just relax, breathe it in, jump around. And then after this amount, I go to the toilet, I empty everything out as fast as I can. I just sit on the toilet for a minute or two. Sometimes there's more water that needs to come out. And then I go back down, lying down, and I let the rest go in. In other words, a little bit in the beginning to begin the cleansing, sort of like when you're washing a very, very dirty dish. So you know that in the beginning you have to get some water in, you're taking out the basic things, the bigger things, and after that you're going in for the full recovery. So I think this is the best strategy. I usually leave it in about 5 to 10 minutes. I usually use warm coffee or warm water, and that usually gets rid of a lot more things because, as you know, warmth is actually molecules that are moving faster in the material itself. So in other words, warmer cleans better. So my friends, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you've ever tried enemas before and you have any tips and tricks or even questions or something that you want to help other people understand from your own experience, leave it in the comment section below. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people can learn from our own experience. It's always getting quite interesting down there. As always, thank you so much for watching my video and thank you for your time. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Namaste my friends, and I'm going to see you in my next video.